Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda Art Space. How you all going? So I'm on to do another Follow the Rainbow challenge from Michelle Grant. I'll link the Facebook group below. Basically, it's 7 challenges over the month of August for 7 monochromatic art journal pages. So monochromatic means one colour plus black and white. It does say a little black and white. Well, I sort of lost the definition of little. So working in my altered book, so this page was already started and had something on it. It had some black stenciling. So when I'm doing another project or I have leftover paint or my stencil's dirty, I'll flick to another page or grab another journal out. I have quite a few journals on the go. Oops. And just stencil some paint on. Or sometimes these pages I've started as a demo in a class or as a demo on YouTube or something, and then I go back and do them later. So I've grabbed some pattern paper that was in black and white and yellow. So if I hadn't mentioned, this particular page is yellow. I struggled with yellow. I just couldn't find much, couldn't get much inspiration, so this is the page I finally come up with. So roughly cutting some circles. Yes, I could have found my circle stencil and gone and traced them, but I couldn't be bothered doing that, to be honest. So I cut a square the size I wanted the circle and then just sort of trimmed it round. They're a bit wonky, but in the whole scheme of things, doesn't matter. I just wanted to play this day. I'd had a bit of a rough day and just wanted to do something, get my fingers messy, and just sit down and relax and play. So art journaling for me is all about play and sitting down and doing more than the finished piece. So these are cardstock scrapbooking papers, again quite old. It's the same as challenge actually, things are old. God, they could be even 10 years old. Just I know where I bought them, and I haven't done that show for quite a few years. Not that matters. So gluing them on with a sturdy craft glue from Couture Creations, just so they stick down really well. I could have used gel medium as well. Just sort of scattering them around. I sort of worked out I did this sort of backwards. Again, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just started, paper circles. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, we'll do this. It's how a lot of my art journal pages come together. I just start doing something, then I add something else, then I add something else. But I really sort of, looking at this page, I sort of did things backwards, but hey, it turned out. So now I'm going to glue down this art image with the girl and the owl from Michelle Grant Designs, and they're a digital image and you can print them out. So I print them onto 160 GSM paper from Officeworks. So just gluing that down with some gel medium. This is Little Birdie gel medium. Trying to use up some old stuff. That's the words for this month. Use up old stuff. It's going a bit thick and it's not the best, but I like to use stuff up before it goes bad. I've had to throw out some of my art supplies, which I'm a bit sad about. I don't like wasting money. So if I use up an art supply, that's great. If I have to throw it out because it's gone bad, I'm not real happy, but that's life. Some of these items have got sort of buried in my stash, so I've sort of forgotten about them. Again, my fault. So then I decided to add some colour after I dried the gel medium off the girl. Should have added the colour first, but yeah, I don't know where my brain was this time. So I've used Delusions Lemon Drop, which is the fluorescent yellow. So I'm painting over the black stenciling, which is fine because it will still show through, and I'm sort of painting around those paper shapes. Again, it would have been simpler to do it before I stuck everything on, but well, whatever. Some days I have great days with art journaling. Some days I do things the hard way. So if you want to know how to do things the hard way, the backwards way, welcome to my channel, because that's what I do often. That's how I teach in my classes. You do it the way you're told. You don't do it the way I did it. Because trust me, I've learnt the wrong way to do it, or the hard way to do it, and then I teach you the correct way to do it. So it is very bright, being fluoro yellow, but it's sort of, yellow was a struggle. Didn't have much in yellow. I used it a bit, but not much. So then I grabbed cheddar from Dina Wakley, and cheddar cheese in America is yellow. Yellowy orange, sort of. It passes, hopefully it passes as yellow. So I decided to add some stenciling with my Roman clock stencil from my website. Why? Because it was a circle and I already had circles on my page. Never ask me why I do something on an art journal page. You'll get a really, really silly answer. So again, trying not to stencil over the paper. So again, probably should have done this first. But yeah, well, let's call this the backwards art journal page. Oh, I don't know. Some days I shouldn't be let near my art journal. So then I decided to grab this hexagon stencil and add some more stenciling because I sort of had empty spaces. and I sort of wanted to fill up empty spaces. This ended up is a very busy page, but I still like it and it really works. Probably my favourite page is the orange page, just because and that, if you haven't seen that video, it's the video one before this one, if you go look on my channel. I liked that one a bit better, but I think they're just different, so I like them for different reasons. So I grabbed a black paint pen and decided the paper shapes needed some fake stitching on them. So I go around with a scribbly line or two and add a few wiggly lines for fake stitching. Can't talk today. Just to make them look like they're not really stuck on, but they are stuck on, if that makes sense. Clear as mud, right? So lots of drying in between layers, and the drying time gives me the thinking time. So I got black washi tape that's sitting beside my desk, and I'm sorry I lost a bit of footage here. I stick it along the bottom because she just looked like she was floating and she just needed to be grounded or hidden. I don't know, it's my brain thing. I don't like things floating, especially people. Like, I can float circles and all sorts of shapes and embellishments, but as soon as it's a person, it needs to stand on something, sit on something, or touch the edge of the page. So adding some more script stamping just to add a bit more texture and sort of, I don't know, stuff in the background. I was struggling a bit with this layout, but I got there. And then I decided to wrestle with my letter stickers because we need to quote. These letter stickers are getting very low and missing a lot of letters, so I do some butchering with my letters. I believe, and I was wondering what to write because I wanted to do something like happiness, then I didn't have enough S's and I didn't have enough 8s to butcher all the S's that I could get. So I decided to cut it short and go happy with friends. So some of my letters are uppercase, some of them are lowercase. Doesn't bother me. I'm using up letter stickers. I'm going to start a drawer in my scrapbooking corner that has all my letter stickers in it, because if I put things away where I know where they are, I can access them. And then I can use different fonts and keep using these letter stickers up. Soon they'll only be good for sort of adding texture in the background, because there won't be many letters left. But they look fun in the background as different textures and stuff as well. You can use all the same letter, or you can just use the numbers. So I've done that a few times as well. So I don't mind that they're uppercase and lowercase. It adds to the playfulness of it. Now I am sticking them on some white paper because they are a clear letter sticker with black writing. If I stuck them straight on my page, they'd sort of get lost amongst the busyness. So I stuck them on a white sheet of paper to make them stand out a bit more. Yes, I could have done a hand lettering, and I almost was going to give up with the stickers and do hand lettering, but I persisted and decided that I'm going to stick with the letter stickers. So it takes a bit of time to sort of get all the letters and cut them all up and butcher them to make sure I have the correct letters. That's a downside of letter stickers, and I've found that the entire time I've been scrapbooking, like 20 plus years, is letter stickers irritate me because you always run out of the common letters, especially in scrapbooking, especially when you have kids' names that have multiple vowels in them that you have to use the whole entire vowels out of the packet to do one page. Then you can't spell anything because you have no A's left. I don't know. So I decided that the paper was too then white to stick on the page, because a lot of my page was not white, apart from a couple of white bits of pattern paper. So I used the same paint, the Lemon Drop Delusions, to go over the letter stickers. And once the paint had dried on the paper, it was still a bit wet on top of the sticker because they're plastic. So I took a baby wipe and gently polished off and made the black stand out a bit more. Then I drew some scribbly lines around the letters. I could have done that after I cut them out, but I decided to do it first. And then I cut them out and put them on my page. I'm loving big titles and bold quotes on my page lately. A couple of YouTubers that I watch do that, and it's a great idea, and it gets your feelings out there. You can do a quote that reflects your mood. You can do a quote that reflects the page. It's entirely up to you. So art journaling for me is all about taking time out of my day, sitting down, doing more than the end result. If I don't like the end result, I can close my art journal page and never see it again. If I don't like the page, you won't see it either. So just gluing those on with some craft glue. So for me, I don't sort of get hung up about the end page. I was a bit, do I like it, do I not? When I finished this page, I sat it on my desk open for a couple of pages and sort of glanced at it every time I walked past my art page, my desk. That's what I do with things that I don't particularly like and it's growing on me. I don't hate it. It's not my favourite page that I've done lately, but I took the time, I sat down, I got messy, I had fun. That's what counts. So just gluing on stuff, because I miss gluing stuff down all the time and I have to go back and do it again and again. Lots of drying in between, and then I grab a white paint pen out. I've got these little pouches for my black and white paint pens because I often get lost on my desk and then I can't find them, and then I clean up my desk to do something else and I just throw them wherever in a box or whatever and they get lost. So I've bought these little pouches from Daiso here in Australia and they are working fantastically. I put my pens back when I finish with them and wow, magically they're there the next time I go to use them, unless my daughter's got into my stash, then they're not there. But yes, so that is a tip. Have a dedicated pencil case for your paint pens and they'll always be there, because if you have too many of them open, they tend to go not so good. So adding some detail to that original black stenciling that was on the page, just some wiggly lines. They're not perfect lines, it's not perfect outlining. Add some white of the eyes to the girl and the owl and we'll call it done. There's some close-up pictures and the colours slightly different to what the filming video was. Lighting, fun and games. It's a bit brighter in real life. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you again soon when I do the next colour page. Really enjoying this. 3 pages down, 4 to go. Bye for now.